Welcome everyone to our Work It Wednesday team call. Is it our first call of the new catalog season? We had one last week. It wasn't the first last week.
Was it the first last? What was the? Oh no, it was the last day of the month.
Okay, right? Hello fall catalog. Hello everyone. Welcome. How exciting. We're in a new catalog season. So much new products. I know on the 1st, the Harvest collection launched, and that was like amazing. All fragrance flowers had sold out that day. I was so like, oh my God, but they were so amazing and beautiful. Like, who would not want those, right? So I am just super proud to be a part of this company, that they are just always on point on their marketing things. Everything on that Harvest brochure there, if you go out and about shopping at Target, Hobby Lobby, all the home decor places, there's similar decor for Halloween and Harvest in our collection that we have. So Scentsy again is just always on point with all the house decor stuff. So I hope you guys were taking advantage of that. I was a little late and behind on sending my Harvest brochures, but I did it yesterday. So all my brochures are out of my hands and into like my thank you mail from everyone who had ordered the whiff box from last month. Speaking of, I will be sharing the whiff box picture tomorrow, or if Marissa could share it on our team page, because she shared it with us today. I'm going to push that whiff box that's on for this month, because last month I sold over 20 whiff boxes. So again, Scentsy is just always on point on just giving us the tools that we need to have sales and keep on sharing with our customers all the new things. And in this whiff box, I believe it's one of those new warmers that came out. So I don't know the name of it, but we will share the picture and share that information. Any announcements, Jessica?
No, I think we're excited. We're going to be going to September to go get some training and give some training on the last day of this month. So you'll see us on a road trip. Me, Marissa, Lucy, and our superstar director, Heather, is going to meet us there, and Carrie B. So, I mean, if anybody wants to, I mean, you probably won't fit with the, well, I don't know. Where do you want to go to Houston?
It's closed.
Oh, you're right. It is closed. Oh, sorry. I am recording. But so every so often some of these superstar directors have this is not a retreat. This is just like a training after fall. And it's all day, so it's pretty cool. So always, if you're ever somebody who's interested in going to any of those, like, let us know. It is in Houston. It is out of the way, right? It is a cost, but events is where leaders, events are where leaders are born all the time. They always tell us that, and it's true. So hopefully we'll come back with some tips and tricks to share with y'all.
I am also going to one this Saturday as well in Arlington. And I had invited a couple leaders on my front line, but I know they all close at a certain time, so it's kind of hard to get in, if you don't just have the funds right then and there to sign up. I totally get it. So yes, definitely let us know if it's something that you would want to just invest in, so we could just keep you guys informed on the next training. What else?
Well, that's all that I had for announcements. But
same. That is all for announcements.
Well, what we wanted to talk about today, I know we just had a call the other day on recruiting, right? And last month was a big month for recruiting because, you know, we had the huge, what do you call them? Kits, or not, well, you know, the extra kits, I would say. And so, you know, it was a good, crap, I was trying to add this in there too. It was a good time, right? So I know that we had several people that joined, so numbers were up a little bit. But what a lot of people don't understand is that, for one, we always have a special, right? Because everybody's like, oh, we have a special this month. Like, well, no, we always have a special. What a lot of people don't understand is that every $200 party that you close, whether you have a host or not, and I feel like a lot of people miss that. So today, what we want you guys to understand, we want to kind of hit two topics. So the first thing is how to make your best customers your business partners. So you can unmute or you can type in the chat if you can't talk, but I want you to comment or open up and tell me if you've ever recruited like a customer that was a really, really, really good. I'm not talking about like every once a year, but like a customer that always orders, like maybe every 2 to 3 months they're ordering. And then they ended up joining your team. If you have a customer like that, unmute or type it in the chat, because I want you to tell me how you approach them to join your team. Like, what was the verbiage that you used with them? Like, anybody that may come to mind.
Want me to do it?
Yes, go ahead.
So I haven't had anybody recently, but I have had a couple in the past where they're like loyal customers, repeat customers. They keep coming back. And, you know, it sometimes doesn't dawn on you at first that that's what you should be doing, offering them the opportunity. But it clicked. I'm like, girl, literally, that's what I always start with. Girl, ... I don't know, just girl, you could be making money off of your own purchases as much as you bought this past month or this past 2 months or whatever it was. And then I just tell them how much they could have made. And then they say, well, how much to join? And then I most likely will give them a kit.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Is that what you asked?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But I just wanted you guys to hear her response to that, right? Because sometimes I think the first thing, because it happens, I'm not saying that or pointing anybody out, but it happens, right? Because at first, what you don't know, you just don't know. Maybe you don't have any team members, and you have the mindset that I don't, you know, like you have that mindset that, oh, I don't want to recruit her because she's my best, you know, she's one of where all my PRV comes from every month, you know, or every 2 months or every 3 months or whatever the case may be, you know. And first of all, I think that's the mindset we have to get past when we're fairly new and we don't understand, right? I'm here to tell you that you've got to get that out of your mind if you want to grow your team and leverage your paycheck by growing a team wide, because I promise you that customer will eventually, you'll understand the benefit of eventually having her on your team opposed to just getting that PRV. And this is the great thing. Even if you decide to ask her to join your team, right, for whatever reason, and I've had it happen. It's just the cycle. It's just how it works. You may have her join and she's gonna like freaking soar and gonna be an amazing consultant and could even go to leadership levels. And maybe it's just not for her, and then she doesn't, and then she loses her account and ends up coming back as your customer, right? As long as you keep that connection, it doesn't matter. So first, take the mindset of I don't want to take away from my PRV, right? That's the first thing. Second is you have to ask yourself, have I asked this person? You know, it's easy for us to take an order. We can take an order all day from someone, right? But if this person is continuously, and I know you have them because we all end up having them when you build your database of customers. You have those customers that every couple of months, oh girl, can you give me like 12 bars and a warmer? And you know, like the other day I had a customer and I've asked her several times, she's always said no, but she, every time the harvest comes, I mean, it's like a $300 order. It was $280 the other day. And again, I still ask, even though the answer may be no right now, but you never know. But this is the thing, if you never ask, it's always gonna be no. And if you do ask, you just never know when it's the right time for that person. So don't be scared to lose that PRV in that moment because you don't know what kind of team member they could be. So that's the first thing. And asking is the second. Anybody else want to share? I love Marissa's verbiage on, and I think that you guys have to kind of hear from other people. I feel like you hear from us all the time. So you got to hear from other people that, you know, how they went about asking, you know, a person that buys from them all the time. Like, how do you approach that? And how do you say, come join my team without saying, come join my team? You know what I mean? Like what was your verbiage? How did the transaction take place? How did the conversation come about? Anybody?
So I'll share really quick about Marissa. If I would have never offered her the opportunity, I wouldn't have, like, we've been friends over 20 years. Like, you know, we knew each other and everything, but like our bond now is like way more than what we had 20 years ago. You know what I mean? And just the relationship that we have. And it's all because since he brought us together and brought us close. She was like a customer, like every month, I need a 6-pack. I need that. I need this. I need that. And it was years ago. I don't even remember how long you've been in Scentsy, Marissa, but I remember her daughter was in soccer and she was always busy because being in having your kids in a like classic league, you know, you're just busy with, that's your life. And then her full-time job. And I asked her one time, she's like, oh no, girl, I'm too busy and this and this and that. I'm everywhere. And oh no, well, people are gonna think that here comes Marissa, she's always doing something. And I remember she was at a nail shop and I went and took her some bars, and then she was like, you know what? I think I'm just joining. I was like, what? Like she had texted me. I was like, I can't believe she just said that. So
Hey, there was a $40 joint special.
it sure was.
It was a $40.
Yep.
I thought, and you know, my thought was, I don't got anything to lose because I get more with the product that I got. And if I do something, I do something. If I don't, I don't.
Yep. And here she is. You know what I mean? She's been years in the game, director title, and just always on in here. And I mean, every day we're like accountability partners and, you know, always there for one another. And again, if I would have never offered her that opportunity, she said no at that time, but I planted that seed with her, and within time she's like ordering bars and ordering bars, and here comes that special. And you know, find you a Marissa that likes to get things on special and discounted and all the things, because they're your number one customers. They're going to be one of your number one team members. I guarantee you that.
And this month is a $40 special. I'm just saying. Make sure you're telling every single person that. If someone's giving you a $40 order, be like, you know, for that same amount of that you're paying, you could get your own account. You know, anybody else have a customer that they was always buying from them, and then how you approach them and they joined?
I'll share. And Monica was one of them. And I didn't actually end up asking her, but what I did do was continue to tell her how much fun I was having and how good everything smelled and how much everybody loved it. And I was just having a blast. And finally she's like, I want to have fun with you. And I was like, come on. And then another one was a customer too that was just purchasing all the time. And I was like, I did. I said the same thing. I'm having so much fun, doing this, and it's getting me out of my comfort zone, and I'm talking to people, um, and then on top of that, I'm making money too. And so it just kind of like planted those seeds. I don't, I mean, I believe now that you should ask, but in the beginning, I don't remember asking a ton. I was just always sharing my joy of Scentsy, and it made them want to be a part of it.
That is so true. That reminds me of my early days. I remember, I don't ever really remember asking either, because I didn't feel like I was qualified to ask because I was so new. Now I know better, but then I'm like, well, I'm not. I just remember, because y'all, I'm like a read everything and research type of person. So I remember reading the starter guide from the front to the back, and I was like, I'm earning sensational level 3. And that means I gotta get somebody on my team. So that is why I was like, so how do I didn't want to ask, but it's so crazy that you said that, because the people that joined initially, like, they're like, girl, I don't know what you're doing over there, but I need some of that excitement. And I'm like, well, come on. I need you for sensational start level 3. Then that's what I said, because I didn't know any better. But excitement sells, definitely. Everybody always wants to be part of something. Like, they want to belong, they want to be part of something. So, make sure you guys are sharing your journey, like Heather's saying, because that's a huge key to the puzzle.
I share one more thing, because
Yeah.
it just happened. But I twice have shared. It's not about asking to join, but it was, I have a real estate friend, and twice I sent him something once and said, enjoy this on me, and share it if you love it, type of thing. And I knew he would love it because he loves smell. And then he made a post like, thank you. And then a second time I sent him something, and he's like, oh, I love this so much, thank you so much. And then he ordered. Well, I was trying to get him to like purchase for his clients, and silly me, I don't know why I didn't just make it clear and ask him. And so just the other day, I sent him a little picture of the home warmer with a bar, and I said, you could get this bundle you could get 6 of these for $200. You could use them as your real estate gifts. And I spelled it out. He's like, what the crap? Why you never told me about this? And it just hit me, how often we take for granted that people know, and asking is key. And so he's going to place like a $500 something order.
Wow. Nice. Lydia said, I have a lady that is buying for me. She told me that she loves Scentsy and like wants to join my team. You can make your own money and get free stuff and half off items. And she said, okay, she wants to join. Like, literally, she just asked. That's what we have to do. And sometimes it's just, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I think we may forget or just get so riled up and taking the order in the conversation. But I think that it's like crucial, because we should be following up with these people, right? If we're doing our job as consultants, and once you give them their order, check back with them in a week, like, hey girl, have you plugged in your order? How did you love that sun-kissed citrus scent? And ask them. And I think those are the conversations that a lot of people miss because they don't follow up. And then that's where like the goodness comes from, especially new customers, because it's the first time they plug it in and they use it. And it's the first time they're talking, they're like, oh my gosh, I am like in love. And that is the perfect opportunity just to let them know, like, maybe you didn't want to do it immediately, right? But we always talk about the cycle, right? They start off as a customer, they become addicted and they love it so much, and then they want to know how to get it free and half price, and then eventually understand that they can get it free and half price and also get a commission off of it, right? If they join. So make sure that you're asking, even if you feel like you're not qualified, you are, and that will come. It's you go through different seasons of feeling what you can say and not say is valid, because like in the beginning, I didn't feel like I had a story. I didn't feel like I could share, like I saw people, but I didn't feel like, I don't know, like I don't have a team member yet. You know what I mean? Like, how am I going to feel confident to go and share that? So it'll come in stages, but just get over that hump of being scared to ask, because you just never know, like everybody has said.
And I think that, and I know we say this over and over, but who else would be great at this other than a customer? They already love Scentsy. They already know what Scentsy is. They already see you posting, and sharing the products. So, I mean, customers are just your number one people to ask. Like Jessica said, following up after an order, happy mail. I know we've all like started doing the long mail outs. So print out the longer sheets so you can put them in the longer envelopes of the join information, and just follow up that way with with your orders on your thank you mail, on your happy mail. Because if you're always putting that in front of them, they're seeing it, and they kind of like, you never know what they're praying for. You never know if they're praying for an opportunity to make more money, or to make an extra stream of income, or to just multiply their finances in a way. And if you keep on sharing that with them and sharing that blessing with them, they're going to accept it one way or the other. So keep asking, keep sharing. Of course, don't be too pushy, but always know that just because they said no at that time is not always a no. And yeah, someone posted something.
I'm having a bit of trouble getting orders right now. My mom is in the hospital and going to nursing home. I cannot wrap my mind around that, but I'm going, I will be praying for you. I know that I can't even imagine. That's probably hard. But do what you can do. Like, my only advice on that is do what you can do. And I know sometimes we can't distinguish or like work and do that at the same time. If that's you, take your time, you know what I mean? But sometimes some of us need that when we're in those down times, because we need to fill our head with something else. So if that's you, if you have to go to the nursing home or the hospital, there's been times that I've done that, and I take my little bag with me, I take my phone, I take my whatever it is, and as I'm there with my loved one or whoever I'm with, I occupy my mind with that. If that's you, if you need to disconnect, take care of your mom. But yeah, I can't even imagine.
I had a consultant that basically was in and out of the hospital. And again, there were times where she needed solace and didn't talk. But her biggest clients were the nurses and the people that worked in the hospital, and they loved it. And it brought them joy.
So true. And I would say the last thing that this is kind of what we wanted to touch on today was just to get you in the mindset of, so for one, right now is a $40 kit, right? So make sure that you're sharing that. And not just social media. Like, don't get me wrong, I love social media. I that's my spot. But even when you're making those deliveries, we share tons of Canva templates. If you don't have one, reach out to one of us. Tell us, we will send you one. Print something if you can. And even if you don't have a printer, you can't print, Canva's free. Okay. There's a bit of a learning curve. It's not that hard, but there is a small, you got to create an account. It's free though. And if you don't have a printer, you can literally create the app, use the app, and you can download a picture of it. And if maybe you can't afford to print it out and put it in their bag, text it to the customer afterwards when you're following up with them. You can save it to your phone, save it to an album in your phone, save it in your notes section, and just always get used to sending that out to the customer after you touch base with them, maybe a week or 2 weeks after you've delivered their order. But if you don't have a join template, there's tons of them that we use and we share all the time. But this month is a $40 join special, so make sure that you're pushing that and telling people. And then, guys, the biggest thing, I think that, and I know some of you may have heard it, but again, it took me, and I'm a leader with a big team, and I'm gonna throw myself under the bus. It took me forever when they announced. You got to understand that, like, we're like some Scentsy OGs right here. We've been here for a long time. So this lovely little get your kit free option was not one for us when we started. That was not a thing. Like, it was $99 every year, possibly. But for many years, we didn't even have the $49 kit that sometimes we would get. So to be able to close every single $200 party with a free kit, I mean, not a free kit because it's not free at $200, but for a reduced kit, take advantage of that. That is how people are building massively, right? So what does that mean if you're new or if you're watching this replayed after the fact? What that means is every $200 order. Okay, so let's say you're the host. I'm the host. I didn't have a host. I have myself as the host when I created the party, but I'm at $200 right now. Or, you know, maybe I'm at 500. At 500, you can give the kit away. But, you know, maybe you're saying, I don't have a host, so I'm just going to close the party. No, don't do that. Before you do that, a day or two before you know you're going to close that party, go to your text messages, go to your email, go to your social media. I have you cannot use the word free. Do not post. I have now, if you message them individually, you could say free all day because that's not publicly and it's not socially, right? If you're messaging them in a private message, in a text message or an email, that's one-on-one communication. In a Facebook group or a Facebook page or up in a comment on Instagram, that's all public. So you cannot do it there. But you can post publicly anywhere in those spots. I have a kit up to $0 out of pocket. Who would want to join me? Okay. Now, understand that your rewards that you're used to getting free stuff will go towards that. That's how you get it free. Okay. But understand me is that you can only have so much Scentsy in your house. Okay. And where it's just going to sit on shelves and it's not going to do anything unless you're selling it or unless you're doing crazy big size events. Okay. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind every single time you close a party that you have an available kit. Even I was helping Lydia the other day with this. Even if you use, let's say you have $500 party, right? You have $75 free. Okay. There's ways that you can tweak it and people just don't understand this, but understand that you need to learn it, right? Go put in a fake party, put in a fake host, put a second email that you have and have the email go to you and act as if you were going to join so that you see the process. That's what I had to do in the beginning because I'm like, I don't understand. So I went, acted as the host in a different name. I put a second email that I had and I added the kit there because I had $75 free, right? You add that kit as your rewards, it's going to take off $59 of that 75, right? So you're only going to have the remainder left. It's going to eat up $59. But this is the thing. If you want to give that kit to them totally free, you can, okay? Now, if you want to give that kit to them for the exact price and not free, because you still want your $75 free, you can do that. And you can give it to them for $59. If you want to split it and you want to give them half and half, and you say, you know what, today I can't give you all of my $59, but I can give you a kit for $20. have them send you the $20. You put the kit in there and you use that, right? You can put whatever $59 or less dollar amount you want on that, if that's what you want to do. But understand that you have that capability every single party you close, whether it be 200 or up to 500. Now, of course, it's going to vary, because the $200 party, you're only getting $20 free. So when you go add that kit, it's going to add $59. It's going to use 20 of your host rewards, and the remainder 39. What is that? No, I suck at math. 49, 59. No, it is 39, right? It would be 39 left that they would pay. So you always have a $39 kit at minimum, right? With a $200 party. The shipping is a courtesy shipping. They don't charge shipping for that starter kit either. So keep those things in mind. And if you legitimately want to grow and leverage your team, because I'm going to tell you, like we tell you all the time, you can only sell so much Scentsy. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you can go knock it out the water and sell $10,000 a month, my hat is off to you. And I need you to train me, because that don't happen. But you're only one person. You know what I mean? Imagine what you could do with the efforts of 400 on your team, 200 on your team, 50 on your team, 10 on your team. As those numbers incrementally go up, that's how you leverage your paycheck. And it's so much easier now than we were there when we were there, because we didn't have that option. We just had to sponsor people at the $99 kit. So that was my last thing that I wanted to say as far as that goes. You have anything else?
No, but I just want to see who on here has a picture saved to their phone of the kit for this month.
Let's see. I have one.
Comment in the chat if you have one saved to your phone.
Yeah, Marissa. Lord, I got so many pictures. I gotta go down and down and down, but I got it.
So no one else does on here.
And those are the things that, okay. Cynthia
Okay,
said I
Cynthia. How many people are on here?
10.
Then what are you guys doing?
Lupa said I do.
Okay, Lupe. Like, we have to be up to date with that, because Scentsy now is always giving us joint opportunities. Again, 13 years ago, it was just the $99 kit. So take advantage of that stuff. Like, they are giving us the tools and they're helping us. If we're not sharing, then our customers don't know what our joint specials are, or if we even have any.
I found mine, have lots of pictures. Yes, awesome.
Is there any questions? It doesn't have to be about today's topic. If there's any questions, you could unmute yourself or put them in the chat.
I'm working on something right now, and I just wanted to know if the new people know. Did you guys know that we can take any warmer back from anybody, even if they didn't order from you?
Mhm.
And if it's an electrical issue, that Scentsy will either give you that warmer back, replace it on the customer, or they will, that warmer's not available, have you pick from that dollar amount. I'm working on 3 right now. Well, I've done 3 within this week, and I'm mailing a replacement back.
Sweet.
And
I'm getting
they
3
send you the
customers.
return. They send you the return label and everything.
Everything.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to know, because I'm like, they told me that. I was like, why they want me to take this warmer back? I didn't sell it to them.
But that's good because now you've gained a customer because
Yes,
of your customer service.
exactly.
So yes.
Exactly.
That's what I was just about to say. You know, I have gained so many loyal customers because of that. Like, it's crazy. So that's, yeah, make sure anybody that's new or watching the replay after the fact, make sure that you understand our return policy. Like, any electrical issues that happen on a warmer and they didn't and even the diffusers, but there is a replacement cost for diffusers, but it's still nothing compared to the full price of the diffuser. So if you have anything that a customer tells you that the warmer's not working, always know that you can call support and you can explain it to them and tell them that they weren't your customer before, and they will thank you for giving your customer excellent customer service. Because that's just the warranty you get. And I tell people, and that's what you get when you come shop with Scentsy and not the department stores. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to put any other business down, but that is our policy. Like, you don't have a 60-day policy, return policy. You have a lifetime warranty. So just, that is a huge selling point. And I promise you, when those customers that you do that for, they're never going to go anywhere else. They're just not.
Can you replace the mini fan diffuser if the fan is loud?
If it's loud,
Yeah, it's not that it stops, but it just makes a really loud sound.
I think they would take it back. I think they would if you tell them that it's not normal, and especially if you were to chat with them and kind of tell them, I've obviously purchased so many and I have one, I use it, and something's wrong with it. I think they would, for sure. Now, this is what I will say on those mini fan diffusers. I felt so bad. I got a free one for a customer of mine because she left. Okay, I leave my mini fan in my car all the time with pods in it. Well, hers melted.
Oh,
The pod melted, the beads melted in, and it got so hot that it melted, it dripped into the fan. And she sent me a picture where it was like melted in. And I said, well, I've never had this happen. I'm like, I leave mine in the car all the time. And I said, well, will they not replace it? And she said, if you look on there, it says don't leave it in hot temperatures, so they wouldn't replace it. But I was like, dang, that sucked. Cynthia says she had it happen to a customer too. So, I mean, I ordered her another one because that's just me. I got it free, but still, I was like, my goodness.
that's tough.
I won't be
though.
surprised if that happened because this Texas heat is
That's
crazy.
what I was gonna say. I wonder if we can plead to Scentsy. Like Texas heat is different than anywhere else.
Man, it shattered my daughter's iPad. Like her whole
The one she
screen
just
just
got.
shattered.
The one she just got.
My daughter, no, my 4-year-old.
Oh,
Yeah, when we were out of town, when we were over there in SFR, my dad left the car on the seat, and it shattered the whole screen. I was like, it looks like someone ran over it like a couple times.
Everybody laughs at me because I carry my backpack everywhere with my iPad and my laptop, and like we'll leave from the office and go somewhere, and I'm like, I can't, like, there's no way I can't leave it. It's too hot. It'll bust the screen. I'm always scared that that's gonna happen.
Yeah. So anything can happen in this Texas heat with our products. Just saying. You can stop recording if you like.
All right, y'all. Till next week. I'm just saying.